Have you ever heard of a place where people just vanish? Not in some remote, uncharted corner of the world, but right here in the United States, in the serene green mountains of Vermont. This is the story of the Bennington Triangle, a place wrapped in mystery, folklore, and a string of chilling, unsolved disappearances. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're journeying into one of America's most perplexing enigmas. Nestled in southwestern Vermont, encompassing towns like Bennington, Woodford, and Shaftesbury, with the ominous Glastonbury Mountain at its heart, lies an area that has earned a reputation as Vermont's Bermuda Triangle. The name itself, the Bennington Triangle, was coined much later, in 1992, by author and folklorist Joseph C. Citro, who brought these scattered, unsettling events into a single, terrifying narrative. Our story begins in the years following World War II. Between 1945 and 1950, a shadow fell over this picturesque landscape. In just 5 years, 5 individuals disappeared from the area without a trace, baffling investigators and seeding legends that haunt the region to this day. What happened to them? The answers, it seems, are as elusive as the people who were lost. Let's rewind to November 12, 1945. 74-year-old Mitty Rivers, an experienced hunter and woodsman who knew the area like the back of his hand, was guiding a group of 4 hunters. As they were returning, Rivers got slightly ahead of the group near the Long Trail Road and simply vanished. The only trace ever found was a single rifle cartridge in a stream. How could a seasoned guide disappear so completely in an area he knew so well? Just over a year later, the Triangle's most famous case unfolded. On December 1, 1946, an 18-year-old Bennington College sophomore named Paula Weldon decided to go for a hike. Several people saw her on the long trail, including a couple who were just 100 yards behind her. They saw her round a bend in the trail, but when they reached the same spot moments later, she was gone. An extensive search involving the FBI, state police, and hundreds of volunteers turned up nothing. She had vanished into thin air, leaving behind a campus and a community in shock. The strangeness didn't stop. 3 years to the day after Paula Weldon disappeared, on December 1, 1949, a veteran named James Tedford vanished from a moving bus. Tedford was a resident of the Bennington Soldiers' Home, returning from a trip to visit relatives. Witnesses saw him sleeping in his seat, but when the bus arrived at its destination, he was gone. His luggage was still on the overhead rack, and an open bus timetable lay on his empty seat. He had disappeared while the bus was in motion, somewhere within the confines of the Bennington Triangle. Then came the fall of 1950, a year that would seal the area's reputation. In October, 8-year-old Paul Jepson was playing near a pigsty on a farm where his mother worked. His mother left him unattended for about an hour, and when she returned, he was gone. Bloodhounds were brought in and traced the boy's scent to a local crossroads, where it abruptly stopped, as if he had been lifted into a car or something else entirely. Despite one of the largest manhunts in Vermont's history, not a single clue to Paul's fate was ever found. Just 16 days after Paul Jepson's disappearance, the final and perhaps most bizarre case occurred. 53-year-old Frida Lanner was hiking with her cousin near the Somerset Reservoir. After falling into a stream and getting her clothes wet, she decided to head back to camp to change, telling her cousin she'd catch up. It was a short walk she'd made before. She never arrived. Over the next 2 weeks, multiple searches involving aircraft and hundreds of people yielded nothing. But 7 months later, in May 1951, her body was found in an open area that had been searched exhaustively multiple times. The cause of death couldn't be determined due to the body's exposure to the elements. 5 people vanished or found under inexplicable circumstances, all within a small geographic area and a short span of time. What could possibly explain it? This is where fact blurs into folklore. Local Native American legends speak of this land with reverence and fear. They considered Glastonbury Mountain a cursed place, a sacred burial ground where the 4 winds meet. Lore tells of a man-eating stone that would swallow anyone who stepped on it. For this reason, they avoided hunting or settling in the area. Did these disappearances awaken an ancient curse? Then there are the creatures. Long before the term Bigfoot was popular, locals spoke of the Bennington Monster, a hairy, wild man-like beast said to roam the deep woods. Sightings of strange, large creatures have been a part of the region's folklore for centuries. Could a territorial, unknown primate be responsible for the disappearances? And you can't have a mystery like this without looking to the sky. The Bennington Triangle has been a hotspot for UFO sightings for decades. Strange lights, unexplained aerial phenomena, and stories of otherworldly encounters are common. Some theories propose that Paula Weldon, James Tedford, and the others were victims of alien abduction, whisked away for reasons we can't comprehend. More grounded theories point to human culprits. The idea of a hidden serial killer operating in the remote woods is a terrifying but plausible explanation. The victims were diverse in age and background, but they all disappeared in the same general vicinity. However, no evidence of a killer has ever been uncovered. We also have to consider the environment itself. The Green Mountains are beautiful, but they can be treacherous. The weather can change in an instant, with sudden fog, rain, or snow causing disorientation, even for experienced hikers. The terrain is rugged and filled with old wells, hidden caves, and abandoned logging sites. Could the victims have simply gotten lost and succumbed to the elements, their remains hidden forever by the dense wilderness? This explains some aspects, but not a man vanishing from a moving bus or a body appearing in a previously searched area. Another fascinating, more esoteric theory suggests the Bennington Triangle is home to an energy vortex or a dimensional portal. Proponents of this idea believe that under certain conditions, a gateway to another time or reality opens, swallowing unsuspecting travelers. It sounds like science fiction, but it's an attempt to explain the seemingly impossible nature of these vanishings. The mystery also found its way into literature. Author Shirley Jackson, who lived in North Bennington during the time of Paula Weldon's disappearance, was deeply affected by the case. It's widely believed that this event inspired her 1951 novel, Handsome Man, which explores themes of a young woman's psychological unraveling at a Vermont college. The mystery became part of the cultural fabric of the area. Today, Glastonbury is largely a ghost town, its population having dwindled to almost nothing. The forests have reclaimed what was once a bustling logging community, adding another layer of eeriness to the landscape. The Bennington Museum even has an exhibit dedicated to this enduring mystery, keeping the stories of the lost alive. So, what do we make of it all? Is it a convergence of tragic accidents and coincidences, amplified by folklore and the passage of time? Or is there something truly strange at play in the woods of Vermont? A curse? A creature? A gateway? Or something else entirely beyond our understanding? The Bennington Triangle holds its secrets close, leaving us with more questions than answers. The trails are still there, the mountains still stand, but a sense of caution hangs in the air, a reminder of those who walked into the wilderness and never walked out. What do you think happened? Let me know your theories in the comments below. It's a mystery that continues to captivate and haunt us, a dark chapter in the beautiful landscape of Vermont. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the unknown. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more explorations into fascinating mysteries. Stay curious and stay safe.